Hey guys, happy Friday! So this week has been really slow as far as subscription boxes go. I have not got any boxes in the mail this week. But go figure, I'm supposed to be getting at least 2 of them in the mail tomorrow. And maybe even another one. But you know, if you guys know, I like to post a video every single Friday and I do not really like to miss a Friday. And so I didn't really have any boxes to show you for today. So we're gonna do a Q&A. So I asked you guys on my Instagram and on my YouTube community tab about a week ago. I asked you guys if you had any questions for me. What do you want to know about me? And I got some from there. And then I also posted a thing on my community tab today and I got some more questions. So I have a whole bunch of them written down in my planner. And then I've got some that I'm going to pull up on my phone from the community tab today. So basically it's just a Q&A. Grab yourself a snack because this could be a long video. I'm just going to go through and answer your guys' questions. So I do have a lot of questions about my goats, so we're gonna probably cover a lot of goat stuff here. And I do have some footage of the baby goats that I just filmed today. So let's hop right into this. Oh, we have a new comment. Kim Tomlin just commented 5 minutes ago, so I've got a new comment, or yeah, a new question. So we'll answer hers first. So Kim asks, have you lived in Arkansas all your life? Yes, I have. I have always lived in the same town. It's not, I don't even live in town. I live outside of town, but I have lived in the same area my entire life and I love it. She asks, do you have siblings? So technically I am an only child. I do have a half sister and a half brother, but neither one of them ever really lived with me for like an extended amount of time. So, and I still have sort of a relationship with both of them. I don't see them very often, but I do technically just consider myself an only child, so there's that. She said, what is your favorite video to do, and who is your favorite YouTuber? So my favorite video to do, I love filming my goats, and I don't do that very often. I don't know if you guys would really be into that because after a certain amount of time, it's like, okay, it's just another goat. But I do enjoy doing my unboxing videos as usual, but I do like to dabble in like the vlogs and stuff every once in a while. So I don't really have a specific favorite that I like to do. I do really like to film my unboxings outside though, and I'm so excited because we're finally starting to get warmer weather and I can start filming outside more. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I don't think I have a specific favorite YouTuber, but I do watch an array of different people. I have really gotten into like some of the people that do videos like mine, like the unboxings. Like I love Abby's channel. And then there's a whole bunch of other people that do unboxings that I've started watching. Things by the Burke, I've just started watching her videos. Soda Siren, I wish she would post more videos, Rebecca. But there's so many people that I've got into that, like I said, kind of do videos like mine. But I started watching YouTube way back in like 2008. And so like the very first YouTuber that I ever watched was Shane Dawson. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's got like millions and millions of subscribers, but I've been watching him since like way back in the day. So I still like to watch Shane. I do watch Trisha Paytas here and there a little bit. I don't watch all her videos, but I do watch them here and there. If I want a nice long video to watch, I'll watch some of her vlogs. I also really love Jenna Marbles, Jenna and Julian. I love their podcast. I listen to it every week. I feel like I can relate to her personality because we're both Virgos. But if you know who Jenna Marbles is, I love to watch her. I've been watching her since, like, I remember when that video of hers went viral. The how to convince people that you're good looking or whatever. I remember when that first came out and I remember thinking it was hilarious, and I've been following her, like I said, since like the beginning. I also watch a channel called Becky's Homestead. She does all kinds of videos on like, she does a lot of farming videos like chickens, like how to take care of your chickens and stuff, and I really enjoy those. But good grief, I'm subscribed to a lot of people and I watch a lot of YouTube, so yeah. One of the channels that I used to watch a lot was the Shaytards. They did daily vlogs and I used to watch them every day, and they stopped doing it, and so now I don't really watch them anymore, but I was really addicted to them for a while. Okay, next person's question. Lois says you could do a video of your beautiful goats, and I do have some footage, like I said, that I'm going to be inserting here once I get to some of the animal questions. Heather asks, or she says, yeah, what is the weirdest thing you've ever done? I'm just a weird person in general, so that's a really broad question for me. I can't think of like a specific incident where I did something weird. That's just kind of, I just can't think of anything because I'm just a really awkward, weird person to begin with. But one thing that I can think of, a weird thing that I do is, I'll probably insert a picture if I can find something online. I'm sure I can. When I sit on the floor or like sit on a flat surface or whatever, I sit like a kid. Like I sit with my, I don't even know how to explain it. I'll find a picture and show you. For whatever reason, I've always liked to sit this way, and that's just how I like to sit. It's comfortable for me. I know that it's probably really bad for my hips as I get older, but people have always looked at me weird when I sit like that, because I don't like to sit like they call like Indian style, where your legs are like crossed and come in between you, if that makes any sense. But I've always thought I was weird because I do that, and like I don't ever see anybody else sit like that. And I can also do this. Is that weird? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Here's our first big animal question. Shelly asks, what animals do you have on your farm? So we currently have 26 goats. We have 9 chickens, and then I guess my dog Sage, you can consider her part of the farm. So I have a dog. What do you do with them? Do you milk them or eat them? I'm talking about the goats. We do not milk our goats because our goats are what is considered meat goats. So they are not bred for like their milk producing capabilities. They are bred and grown for their meat, because if you didn't know, people actually like to eat goat meat. I have personally never tried it. I don't think I would want to, because I have such a connection with animals that I'm like, I'm definitely a meat eater. That sounds weird, but I wouldn't want to eat one of my goats, basically. Especially in the Hispanic culture, they are really into eating goat meat. And we do have a lot of Hispanics in my area, so you can sell directly to them, or we have a sell barn where you can actually take your animals and they auction them. And people buy them, like they can sell them like per pound, or you can sell them just by the head, you know, like $100 for a goat. But yeah, we have meat goats, so we don't milk them, we don't eat them ourselves, we sell them to people that want to do those things. So currently we're just trying to build our herd. We would love to be like in the couple hundreds of goats or more. I know that probably sounds like a lot of goats, but that's kind of what we're shooting for. We're just trying to grow our herd right now. She says, do you have baby animals? We do currently have 5 of the cutest little baby goats. I'll insert some footage here. We've got 5 baby goats right now, and 3 of them are boys and 2 of them are girls, and they are so sweet. Since we got our billy goat Hammy, that's what you call a male goat, is a billy, or some people call him a buck. Since we got him, he is a 100% boar, B-O-E-R, which is a breed of goat. And he's 100%, he's actually registered, which means he's got papers that show like his bloodlines, and he's like a legit 100% blood of his breed. And so since we bought him last summer, we're just now starting to get the first babies from him, and his babies are so cute. They're exactly the look that we're going for. We love the ones with those red heads and the white bodies, and we're hoping that they're gonna be nice and muscly and, you know, do good for our business. So this is still going on Shelly. She's got a bunch of questions. Have you always been a farm girl? She says, I'm a city girl turned country girl. I have not always been a farm girl. I've always been a country girl because like I said, I've always lived in the same area, which is in the country in the middle of nowhere, but I didn't get into the farm kind of culture until I was about 13 or 14 when my dad decided to start buying goats. So my love for goats has been around since I was like 14 years old. So since then, my dad got into goats, and then he kind of got out of the goats, and now he's into the cattle business. But ever since like being introduced to like farm animals and stuff, I was really, really interested in that lifestyle. And we are actually blessed with a lot of acres of land to like do all this farm on. And so I got so interested in it that I actually, when I went to college, I have a degree in agriculture business. She says, do you raise your own feed for your animals, like hay, corn, or whatever? We don't grow corn or anything like that, but we do hay. So I've actually shown you guys before. I might link some videos down below of different goat videos and whatnot. But basically with hay, if you do not know, you let your fields grow up really tall with grass in the summer, and then you get what's essentially like a big lawnmower that you attach to the back of your tractor. You cut all that hay or all that grass down, give it a little bit to dry, like time to dry, day or two, whatever, and then you go through and you rake the hay, which that is what I usually do. So the rake is essentially like a big rake that you're pulling behind your tractor that fluffs the hay up and puts it all into rows. And then you go back through with the baler and it compresses all that rolled up hay into a hay bale. So we do our own hay, but unfortunately this year, or this last summer, we had a little bit of a drought. And so we actually, my dad and my uncle actually kept all the hay that we harvested. They kept it all for them because they were going to need it for all the cows. I'll insert a clip here, but we've got, my dad and my uncle have a lot of cows. They've got around 100 cows. And so cows eat a lot more hay than goats do. And so we actually ended up buying our hay from somebody this year. But that is like part of the farm right there that you can see. And then she says, what else do you do besides being outside of makeup and farming? We have the goat farm. I do my YouTube stuff that I've been doing since 2013. And then I'm also a wife and a dog mom. And so between all those things, I feel like I stay pretty busy. So yeah. And I'm also a Christian. I've never really mentioned that to you guys before, but we do go to church every Sunday, so being a Christian is a big part of my life. All right, this is gonna be a long video, guys. Okay, so Petite Lulu Adventures, or actually she's changed her name now, it's Single Savvy Shopper. She asks, what is the best sample box you have ever received? So I get like several different boxes every month, and I've been getting subscription boxes since 2013, and I just kind of add some here and there over the years. But I would say overall my favorite subscription box that I get, or sample box, is probably Ipsy, based on it just being $10 a month, and you get lots of full-size products and all kinds of stuff. So I would say Ipsy is my favorite. So Alyssa asks, what is your favorite thing about making YouTube videos? So I love being creative because I know I may come off as like a very talkative kind of person on my videos. I'm kind of shy and awkward in real life, so I love making these videos because I can truly be myself, because I am what I would call like a bubbly, you know, whatever kind of person, talkative person, like around certain people, but I'm not like that around most people. But I love making these videos because I can just be myself, and I can talk to you guys, which is awesome. But I just love being creative. Like, I know I'm just doing unboxing videos, whatever, but when I do dabble in like doing my goat videos or whatever, I really like doing that. And side note, if you guys didn't know, my husband actually has a YouTube channel. Him and some of his buddies have a hunting channel. I will link it below. It's called In His Tracks, and I actually edit all of their videos for them. And those videos are very, there's a lot of editing that goes into them, but I really enjoy it. So Alyssa also says, how many subscription boxes do you have? And I added it up, and I think I'm currently getting 8 different subscription boxes. She says, what kind of music do you like? I actually listen to a lot of different kinds of music, but I would say my favorite is rock, like classic rock, and some of like the today's kind of rock, or not really today's, but like maybe 90s rock. Metallica, Pearl Jam, Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin, stuff like that. But like I said, I do listen to a lot of different things, but if I have to like choose one, that would be what I would pick. She says, what kind of animals do you have? We already covered that. How many do you have? Covered that. When did you start YouTube? I started YouTube in January of 2013. So it's been over 6 years now. Rebecca Marie asks, what are some of your fears? There's so many to name. The first thing that comes to my mind is water. I am like terrified of deep water. I do know how to swim. I took a swim class in college, and I can swim, but I am just like deathly terrified of deep water. And so I don't know, there's just something about it that scares me. Like drowning is really scary to me. And like not know, like if you're swimming the lake or something and you don't know what kind of fishes are swimming by you or whatever, or something could pull you down. I don't know, water has just always been kind of scary for me. I love to swim. If I'm somewhere where I can touch the bottom very easily and I can walk around, I'm good. But deep water scares me so much. So my husband always wants me to go fishing with him out on the boat, and I do sometimes, but I just get scared really easy, I don't know, of water. And there are so many other things I'm scared of. Snakes, like the typical stuff, snakes, spiders. But let's see. Annalisa says, are your goats just pets, or do you raise them for something? I already kind of talked about that. We raise them for meat goats. So basically we can sell them at the sell barn, like I said, or you can sell them to individual people. People go on Facebook all the time and are like advertising their goats to sell. We've not personally had anybody like, you know, we've not actually had people come and like buy goats from us, but then you also get into the whole show goat thing. So if you guys don't know, I don't know how it is like around the rest of the US, but we have a county fair like every fall. And so there's like the rides and everything, but there's also the show animal section. So kids bring their goats, cattle, sheep, stuff like that, chickens, and they spend a lot of time like getting these animals looking really nice, feeding them really, really high quality food, trimming their hair and like everything, making them just look pristine, and then they show them to a bunch of judges. I know that sounds so country, but it's a thing. And so lots of kids like to look for kind of like what we've got, the boar goats. They really like those because they're muscly, and that's what the judges are looking for meat goat judging anyways. They're looking for that. And they want to buy like your young baby goats from you, and then they like I said, they feed them really good and do all this stuff to them, and then they take them to the show, and then if they do good at the show, they can the kids can win money from their animal. It's kind of a long process. I was never into showing when I was a kid, but it's like a really big thing. Annalisa also asks, do you have another job besides raising/caring for goats and YouTube? So that is basically what I do most of the year, but if you guys have been around here and there, you might have seen me mention that during the fall time, like starting around October, November time, I actually work part-time at a deer processing business. And so I've done that the last 6 years, I think. And so every year from like November to January, it's like just a few months at a like, it's just a few months span typically. I work part-time for them doing that. But everything else I do during the year is just farming and YouTube. She also asks, do your goats have names? And yes, every single one of my goats has a name, except some of these newest babies that we've had. I haven't exactly named some of them yet. But yeah, they all have names. I know at some point we're gonna get in the numbers and I'm not gonna be able to name all of them because I won't remember everybody's name. She says, do you have a favorite goat and why? I don't have any specific favorite goats, but I have goats that are really friendly, that like just walk right up to me and let me pet them, and I love those goats. The ones that just come right up to me and let me pet all over them. But no specific favorites. And then she says, do you have any other livestock or pets? Like I said, we've got 9 chickens, which 3 of those chickens are roosters. I don't know why we've got so many roosters. And then I've got my dog Sage. Okay, Jennifer asks, what 3 words would your husband use to describe you? And I really do not know. I should have asked him this, and I didn't. So I would probably say that he would think I'm weird or awkward, beautiful. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I need to ask him. I should have asked him that because I really don't know how he would describe me. Whatever word would be for like can't stay still, like I'm always up doing stuff. And he's like, I don't know how, he always says, I don't know how you have so much energy to like keep doing stuff. So sorry I didn't really answer your question, Jennifer, but I don't really know. That's a tough one. She also asks, what is my favorite TV show? I would say The Office, even though The Office has been off TV forever now. That is like my all-time favorite TV show. I've watched it so many times. She asked, what YouTube channels do I like? We already covered that. And what is my favorite meal? So I would say my favorite meal is pizza. Pizza is my favorite food. But if we're talking about like an actual, you know, like a nice meal, I would say I really, really like breaded chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Like green beans with like bacon mixed into them and stuff. That's really good. And I also really like my meatloaf that I make. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes is definitely one of my favorite foods. So, and then very last, Julia asks, where does your positivity resonate from? This question kind of took me back. I was like, oh, do I seem like a positive person? I don't really know if I would call myself a positive person. I maybe try to seem like it, but I did write this down. If you do one of those personality tests, I'm actually an INTJ, which is I'm an introvert, intuition, thinking, and judgment, which is like I guess it's a pretty rare personality. I think it's like the Briggs-Myers or whatever personality test. I guess I would call myself like a realist. Like I'm always, like I'm like thinking and judging. Like I'm always analyzing everything. I always worry about everything. I try to be positive, and I would say my positivity probably comes from my faith, because like I said, I am a Christian, so there's that. And then I also, my family, my friends, my animals, I get positivity, I get my positivity from like lots of places, but overall I would say I am a pretty, not pessimistic person, but I do try to, loud truck, thanks. I do try to like analyze every situation. And does that even have anything to do with positivity? I don't even know, but basically I like to think about everything and worry about everything, and that's just me. That's how I've always been. So okay guys, this is a super long video, and I hope you guys like this. And I really thought this would not be such a long video because I didn't really have that many questions, but this is a long video. So thank you guys for sending in all these questions, and I definitely want to do another one of these in the future. So when I want to ask, when I want to get questions from you guys, I will let you know on my YouTube community tab or on my Instagram, which is Tiffany Johnson 82. So check me out over there. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post a brand new video every single Friday. And hopefully I can get this uploaded before the end of before the end of today because this is a really long video and my internet is kind of slow. So we'll see how it goes, but eventually you guys will see this. So I will see you guys in my next video. Lots of unboxings coming up, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!